All right. So these are actually the 88 tuition house rule, yada yada yada. If you got a question, you can actually raise your hand. Right. If you want to say something, right, go to the chat and message. All right. So you can actually go to the chat down here and type hello. All right. Then I'll be able to see you. Can? Okay. Okay. So this question was last week's work. This question was last week's homework. All right. I think that is very important. All right, I think that it's very important to finish last week's homework first before going into today's work. So today we are mainly doing something called solving of equation. All right, so Abhishek and Miyuki, I think your teacher, right, is going into algebra also. So they may be doing the simple part of algebra, maybe simplifying or maybe expansion. All right, but for us, we already finished factorize already and we are doing fractions. Next, we are going to do solving. All right, so the things here is that 88 tuition, we actually pre-prepare the students, right, before sending them to school. So when you go to school, oh yes, Mr. Ong talked about this before. At least you go to school with a bit more confident. All right, so that's just the way it is in 88 tuition, just to let you know. Okay, come, let's take a look at this question. Okay, so this is a fraction question. The question says, express the following as a single fraction. What is happening down here? You got two fraction, one fraction, two fraction. You're supposed to combine them into one single fraction. All right, that is the main importance of this question. So, do you remember in primary school? Do you remember in primary school? For example, I give you 2 over 3, 2/3 minus 1 over 4. What do you do? All right, remember in primary school? You will want to make the denominator the same. That's the rule. All right, so you look for something called the lowest common multiple. Think 3, 6, 9, 12, 4, 8, 12. So 12 is the common multiple of 3 and 4. After you put 12 down here, you have to think 3, I need to times 4. Numerator, I need to times 4. Why? Equivalent fraction. Whatever you give to the denominator, you must give to the numerator. 4 times 3, 1 must also times 3. Whatever you give to the denominator, you must give to the numerator. 2 times 4 is 8. 1 times 3 is 3. And your answer will be 5 over 12. Do you remember this? All right, so it's the same idea. It's the same concept. It's the same idea. All right. And this type of question, right, children, can I tell you something? Please, follow my method. Follow my style. Don't follow your teacher's style. Your teacher might do it differently from me. My advice to you, follow me. All right, because I've been teaching for many years and I not only teach Sec 1, I can teach up to Sec 4. All right, so I know the syllabus very well and I know what to avoid. I know how to let you avoid your careless mistakes and all this. All right, but you need to listen to me by following me. Simple as that. All right, so down here, you need to combine the two fractions into one. Sure. Down here, you put an equal sign. Next step, children, this step. Next step, I need you to draw a long line. And immediately combine the two into one fraction. Your school teacher will ask you to continue with 2 fractions first. Then continue with 2 fractions first. Then later, go into 1 fraction. But no, for me, immediately 2 fractions, the next step, combine into 1 single fraction. Listen to me, all right? It will work and it will always work. And it will always get the right answer. All right, so after this, right, what do you do? Same thing. I need to times 4 down here in order to give me a 12. I need to times 3 down here to give me a 12. So times 4 on top down here, I put a times 4 also. Why? Equivalent fraction. Times 3 down here on top, I need to times 3 also. Why? Equivalent fraction. Right? Whatever you do to the denominator, you must do to the numerator. Hello, Heidi. Okay, so next, what do you do? All right, down here, 4 times 7, right? 4 times 7, can you see? You can times in first. 4 times 7 is 28. Just write 28. And down here, do you see a bracket? Down here, do you see a bracket? This bracket, right? I want you to copy and paste inside. Don't deviate. Just copy and paste, trust me. Because in Sec 1, right, many of you are actually making something called careless mistake. When you make careless mistake, why do you make careless mistake? Do you know why? Because you want to do everything in your head. You want to mental sum everything. I don't understand. Why do you need to do that? Write it out. When you write it out, your eyes can see. When your eyes can see, your brain don't have to be so stressed up over it. So write it out. Write out the step by step. All right. Then after that, do you see this purple minus sign? All right, this minus sign must put back here. All right, this minus sign must put back here. Okay. Then down here, what do you see? 3 times 5 is a 15. Put the 15 here. Down here, you see a bracket. All right, P minus 3Q. Put in the bracket P minus 3Q, like that. Can you see? So you copy, in a way, whatever you see down here over here. Can you see or not? And you do that, you combine it in the first step already. All right? Trust me, it works. All right? And it will cut down a lot of your careless mistake. So your over 12 is still here. So Abhishek and Yuki, I don't know if your teacher taught you something called expansion already. So expansion means this. Bracket means 2 times. Bracket means 2 times. 28 must times 2 first. 28 times 2 will give you a 56. The P will follow. Next, 28 must times minus Q. 28 times minus Q is minus 28Q. Okay? Okay, next one. Be careful, this one, be careful. The minus, right, belongs to who? The minus belongs to the 15. They are friend, they are related. All right, so minus 15, you must read to yourself. Minus 15 times P. Minus 15 times P will give you a minus 15P. Minus 15 times minus 3Q. Be careful. You learn this in real number. Minus times minus is a plus. 15 times 3 is a 45. The Q, put it back. Can you see how I did? I was doing it step by step. Minus and minus, plus. Sign with sign. 15 and 3, number and number. And the alphabet Q is alone, just put a Q behind. So you compare number and number, sign with sign, alphabet with alphabet. You continue with this step. Down here, what do you do? My advice to you, you gather all the P side by side. 56 penguin. Down here is a minus 15 penguin. The minus belongs to 15P. So you put the minus 15P down here, side by side. After that, you got the minus 28Q. The minus belongs to 28 one. After that, you put the plus 45Q. Can you see or not? So you do something. What is this step called? This step is called rearranging. This step is called rearranging. You are rearranging the terms and put them side by side. You are supposed to put those related side by side. And the next step down here to next step is called simplifying. Simplify. Right? What's the meaning of simplify? Means you have to put them together. For example, 56P minus 15P, they are part of the penguin family. 56 minus 15, 41P. Okay. Minus 28Q plus 45 is the same as 45 minus 28. Answer will give you a positive 17Q. And this whole thing is called your answer. Understand or not, children? Very systematic. Just do exactly what I do. You will always get correct. You have to trust me. All right, you have to trust me. Can? Okay, so for part B again, part B. First thing first, how many fractions do you see? I see 1 fraction, 2 fraction, 3 fraction. 9 is a fraction? Yes. 9 can be written as 9 over 1. What? Isn't this an improper fraction? Yes, it is a fraction. All right. Next step, I need you to do something. Can you see that the 4Q minus 3 down here? All right, just now on top, right, everybody, they bracket for you. Like all these together, one, they bracket for you just now. Down here, they never bracket for you. I want you to put in the safety bracket. All right, this safety bracket is important. Put in this safety bracket because they are together. Oh, this one got the bracket already, so it's okay. Just put in the safety bracket. Okay, next step, what do you do? Immediately draw a long line. Immediately, second step, you draw a long line already. As I say, your teacher will continue with 3 fractions first, then slowly, then they combine into 2 fractions and maybe 1 fraction. But no. Follow my method. Immediately, you combine into 1 single fraction. See, 2, 1, and 8. What is the common denominator? What is the lowest common multiple? 1 timetable, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 timetable, 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 timetable, 8. So the common multiple, lowest common multiple is 8. What must you do? you have to times 4 over here. Down here, you have to times 4. Down here, you have times 8. On top, you have to times 8. Down here, you have to times 1. Down here, you have to times 1. Just right. Times 1, also right. Next step, my advice to you is to copy down whatever you see on top. 4, you see the bracket? Copy the bracket. 4q minus 3. Can you see? Just copy. You see the purple color minus? Copy. Copy. All right? Okay, now, do you see this portion? 9 times 8. Can you do something about it? Yes, you can. Right, 72. No problem. Do you see this orange minus? Write it in. All right, next portion. Do you see that down here is 1 times 3, which is a 3? You put back your 3. Then the bracket q plus 5, you put it back here. Can you see or not, children? It's important that you write this out. This is the most crucial step. As I say, when your eyes can see, your brain don't have to be so pressured. Your eyes can see, you can immediately do safely one, children. All right. Now what you do? You do something called expansion. All right. So when you expand, what will happen? Let's go. 4 times 4q. 4 times 4, number times number is a 16. The q, put it back. 4 times minus 3 is a negative 12. All right, because this 4 never write is a positive in front. So positive 4 bracket means times. Positive times negative is a negative. 4 times 3 is a 12. Continue to write your minus 72. Be careful. This minus belongs to who? It belongs to 3. Bracket means to times. Minus 3 times q, minus 3q. Minus 3 times plus 5. Minus times plus, minus. 3 times 5, 15. Next step, you rearrange. Rearrange. So all the 16q, the q family, you put them together. The minus belongs to 3q down here. All right, the friend, right, the sign is always in front one. The minus belongs to 12, the minus belongs to 72, and the minus belongs to 15. The whole thing over 8. This step is called rearranging, and the next step is called simplifying. 16 minus 3 is a 13q. Next, you can press your calculator down here. Calculator, play cheat a bit. Minus 12, minus 72, minus 15. That should give you a minus 99 over 8. Ta-da! Ta-da-da-da-da-da! Answer. The steps exactly the same, right? Yes, it works. Every time you do the exact step, it works. So always choose the step, choose a system that always gives you the right answer, children. All right. So can you see my steps exactly the same one? Just do it lah. All right, because you cannot afford any careless mistake at the top. Once you have a small careless mistake on the top, the bottom will be affected. The final answer will be affected. Then what happened? Not only the teacher will not give you the marks, you wasted time. Time is so precious. You could have spent the time right on another question, right? But you wasted it on carelessness. So avoid your careless mistake by what? Writing out every single step like this. For now. When you're in Sec 2, you're better, you're stronger. Then I tell you to skip step. Okay. Eventually, we need to skip step. But now for Sec 1, my advice to you is to write the steps one by one. Don't skip anyone. All right. Sec 2, Sec 3, I will teach you all the cheating method. All right, to cut the steps into very fast and very easy. All right, but now Sec 1, your fundamental, your basics have to be strong. Cannot run one. Okay? And that is for the fractions. Okay, so today, right, we will focus on something called solving. Right, we will focus on something called solving. I haven't started on lesson yet. This was from last week, just to let you know. Okay, so today's lesson, right, you are supposed to attempt the video, all right, the reference lesson, the e-learning portion, lesson 23. All right, you're supposed to upload solution 3 and 4 to me. However, just now I checked, nobody uploaded. Right, I checked at around 12 o'clock. Right, 12 o'clock, I don't think anyone uploaded. Oh, maybe Heidi did. Let me check. Did Heidi uploaded? Yeah, Heidi did. Yeah, Heidi did. Yeah, sorry, Heidi. Sorry, I forgotten about you. All right, Heidi, you did. Okay, anyway, today our objective is to learn something about linear equation. We are trying to do something called solving. Okay, check